Here we are in Mother Nature, at home. Wild Tarzan. I want to speak about you, about Mother Nature, about natural law. You see how beautiful it is in nature, and so many creatures. There is harmony, peace, balance, life. There's no matrix. You know, I realized now even more thoroughly what my mission is, what my work is. But my mission and my work is kind of heavy because I'm very sensitive. I love peace, and my mission, mind don't like my mission. You know, because mind is against nature, against natural law. But my mission on earth is to teach the natural law by the example. You know? So I cannot sit idle when people are breaking the natural law in comment. I have to speak. And I'm so sensitive that, you know, natural law, natural law. Just look at the animals. You know? They attack each other only if they're hungry. Otherwise, they never attack each other. They only defend each other. They are not the mind like human mind is that's going against nature, against natural law, against self, controlling you and others and everything and everyone in opposition, in separation. No, they don't think if they are good enough. They don't think if they are bad. They don't think this is good, what I want to be and I want to do. And because they don't do that, they don't judge others, they don't blame others, they don't control others, they don't accuse others. They live in peace and harmony. They are being as they feel from the heart. And they are letting others be free as they are. They are not trying to be good according to the book, according to the jungle book. No. They even have no leader. Like when you see the group of birds floating through the sky, they have no leader. The first one is not leading, first one is there only for the aerodynamics. They are led by the heart. They feel Mother Nature, they feel life, they feel themselves and they follow what they feel. They all, and you see, they all fly like one to paradise, tropical lands. That's natural law. We all have it. Children have it. When we are born in this world, we have it. And all living beings in the universe that are not disconnected and separated, opposed to the self in their ego mind, like our human being is, they all follow it. Being as they feel, and they let others be as they feel. Like a million times I always say, in the natural law, I am being as I feel, crazy as I want. I wear whatever the fuck I want, talk whatever the fuck I want. I express myself however the fuck I want. As I feel, as crazy as that I am, I'm very crazy. I'm born highly active, autistic, crystalline, Gemini, ascended bull. I'm crazy as that I am. Crazy. What means crazy, huh? What means crazy? What means crazy? Huh? Tell me. What means crazy? Don't tell me anything because you know what I call you crazy, what I call you weird? Because you're being yourself as you feel crazy as that I am. Yourself. You're not normal. You're not like others. You're crazy, weird. And people who don't dare to be their self as they feel, and they always have to be good as the society says, as others says, and go against the self and be good out of guilt, and they blame you because you're being yourself in the world when everyone is normal, when everybody has to be what others are telling and being. And they call you crazy, they then call you weird because you are not normal, you are not according to the norm. And normal in Slovenian means crazy little crazy. Well, actually, it's true. In the world of crazy, when everyone is going against their self and others in separation and opposition to self in the crazy mind where the crazy is normal. And when you are normal as you feel, as nature should be, you're considered crazy. That's why all the greatest people in this world, like Einstein, like all the superstars, like Nikola Tesla, like Jesus Christ, they will consider it crazy. Because if you are normal like others, you will do nothing new. You will do no revolution. You will do nothing. You will not disturb the mind. That's why I said my mission is very heavy and very difficult because I have to speak about the natural law. The natural law, you know. And the mind opposes natural law. That's why yesterday when I'm talking about little children, I'm expressing the purest, childlike, most vulnerable heart. And the mind comes, must respect. Children cannot swear at me. They must feel guilty. They should not be themselves. But I tell you something, I was swimming with that little boy. And fighting with the water pistols. And I swearing him, freeze, motherfucker, don't move. I'll bust your head off. You come on, this shit. You're under arrest still, motherfucker. This is what you're doing. Don't. And then he was properly showing me fuck you, and I had to teach him how to do it properly. And we laughing and laughing and laughing, and his father laughing, and everybody laughing. I'm expressing natural law and love of children out of this world. To people to lose all the guilt. And then somebody comes and has a problem with an old and serial mind that tells the children they have to be good, they have to be normal, they have to be like others. Fuck that. You know why many of highly advanced spiritual beings swear and use curse words? They fucking love you, and I get the fuck out of here. Are you disturbing here? This is so much fucking love. Shit, holy shit. You know why I do that? Huh? Because it loses guilt. It loses guilt. Everyone is guilty. Everyone is in guilt, blaming themselves. They have to be good. They have to do good. And like blaming the children. You have to be good. You have to do good. But the children is swearing there. It's not doing anything to me. He's just expressing himself, being silly, being crazy, and he learned it from this world. And this world, when they swear, they are not feeling that emotion, that love, that silliness, that innocence. And when they swearing, you feel that innocence, you feel that love, you feel that purity. They lose all fear, they lose all guilt, they lose all this shame, and they're just being themselves, and they tell you, fuck you, fat mama. They're giving you the most sincere, most free, most loving self. And then parents start to teach them with guilt. You should blame yourself for how you feel. Always blame yourself. You should not be how you feel, but you should be like the society say. You should be good enough and normal. And if you do these things, if you're playing from the heart, if you're being silly and crazy, you are not good. You are very bad. Then you grow up. You stop being a child. You become an ego, going against life, going against yourself, blaming yourself for how you feel. And that's why I fucking swear, you motherfuckers. You motherfucking son of a motherfucker. It's what the fuck you think it is. You're thinking too much. That's the fucking problem. Always thinking instead of feeling. No animal is thinking and no child is thinking. We feel the energy. If you're fucking without energy, we get angry. But otherwise, we don't care how you look. We don't care what religion you are. We don't care what the fuck you green, white, dad. I don't give a fuck. We just love you because you give us love. And if I'm swearing in this in my energy here now, I'm not touching you, I'm not offending you, I'm not violating you, I'm actually doing a greatest service on this earth, getting you free of that fucking shit, that original guilt, which is the guilt, original sin. Everybody blaming themselves for who they are. That's why we have to crack the reasons, the causes. And if I'm teaching the natural law, everybody being as they feel and letting others be. So there's no guilt. There's no suffering for others. There's no deceiving, suffering, guilty, but you have to be good enough so you are pretending that it is love. And because you're not giving them love, you are giving them guilt. Then you end up blaming them and hating them and resenting them and conflict and bad karma and all kind of shit. It control others, tell them what to do, what to be. They change out of guilt. They have to be good enough. They have to be normal. Then they blame you. They hate you. And then you have conflict and you have drama. And you have, because slavery, control, suffering, guilt, and blame, and all this, And that's why I cannot stand people like this yesterday. Because I'm expressing the most vulnerable, innocent, childlike love. And then the old woman has to come, and then I feel her energies. How children must be good, how she's like this, the grandmother must be respected, they should not swear at you. You know what? I tell you something. The child once told me, go fuck yourself, old man. And I felt such love and such purity, and we laughed. And grown-up people, they were telling me respectful, polite, nice things, promising me heaven. Then they abused me, exploited me, and did something that I didn't want them to do. So fuck words and being respectful and like this. Because the devil is hiding behind being polite and nice and respectful. And children are innocent and sincere and pure. They have no guilt and fear. And that's why when we say this fucking love, it's fucking holy shit, come on. We're losing guilt because the society, religion, the laws of this world always blaming us. We are not good enough. Like they're saying, no child shall swear at me. It's not a word. When child swearing at you, what is in their heart? They lost all guilt. They lost all fear. They lost all their shame, all their restrictions, all their barriers between you and them. And they love you so much that they dare to tell you, that they feel to tell you, you old bitch. And you may condemn them. They love you like God loves you. And then the people like this in this world, they're so nice and polite to you, promising heaven, they're giving you hell after. Because then words so nice, they do not swear at you, but they then fuck you up, exploit you, steal from you, deceive you. Like fuck that, That's why we have to lose the guilt. We have to lose the guilt. Always blaming us for how we feel. We are not good enough. There's only one sin. Going against ourselves and against others. When we are opposing others, correcting others, trying to change others, blaming, having a problem, trying to be their authority, violating them, forcing, resisting, exploiting, deceiving. So disrespecting energy of others, violating, that comes conflict out of this. Bad karma, this is the only sin. But if you do whatever you do in your energy, I don't care if you're singing You let the world fuck everybody. You're singing all day. Let everybody go fuck themselves. I don't care if you're singing that all day. You're not touching me. You're not touching anyone. You're not offending me. You're not pointing a finger at me. You're just being fucking crazy in your energy. And that's the natural law. You're being your crazy self, the crazy as you get, and you let others be their crazy selves. And that's how it is. Beautiful. Whatever you do in your energy, I don't give a fuck. If you do in my energy something that I don't like, and I tell you I don't like it, then you start gaslighting, telling me that the problem is in me, and you did nothing, and I should calm down, and I'm disrespectful, and like this, you violating my energy. I'm giving you peace. In natural law, I'm being my crazy self, and if you don't like it, go find something for yourself, because if I don't like something, what I see, I move to something what I like and give it love, because I love to love. I don't love to hate. But you people who come and always have to oppose, correct, tell us that we are wrong, and anyway you tell us some illusion that is only in your mind, that has actually nothing to do with what I actually meant, but with the programs that are hurting you within. And like in the case of this woman, children have to be respected, children have to be good, no children have to swear. Well, it means she judges that, and she completely missed the point of my article, which was that when children are swearing, they're giving you purest and innocent love, and when grown-ups are polite and nice and like this, respectful, they many times fuck you up and really make your life difficult. She didn't get it, what I meant. She was just because no child should swear at her. She ain't that allowing that. She completely just saw that her program in the mind, and she didn't. It was nothing to do with the meaning and the purpose and the intention of that shit. And okay. So like this, the natural law. We are being as we feel. We let others be. We don't go against ourselves. No one, nothing, and no one. Not to gain something in the world, like apple gives apples, banana gives bananas, and this chili gives chilies. They don't try to be chili, don't try to be banana, and banana don't try to be chili, and blame chili that it is not a tomato, and tomato doesn't blame themselves that they are not an apple. They don't think who they are. They just be themselves, and they give fruits of life. All the entire nature is just being as they feel, and they let others be as they feel, and that's the shit. And anyway, you know something. I do videos, but I write much more. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if you really want to see what I'm doing, and like this, you come on Facebook, and I don't know, if you don't like Facebook, then make a profile with just few spiritual friends, and like this, because there you will see my work more. I'm talking this to the people on the YouTube. I'm manipulating someone. I don't know. You know. Like this. Natural law. Become an animal again, to become children again. Because grown-up mind is blaming us, analyzing us, judging us, everything we feel, everything we want to do, analyzing it, judging according to programs that are programmed in the mind, good and bad, thinking it is you, separation and opposition from ourselves. It's always trying to achieve something, control something, get something. And then all what we get is the mind. More control, more questions, more force, But we just have to realize that we are not a mind, and that's why we have to meditate. And to meditate means you don't try to achieve anything, you don't try to get anything, you don't force, resist anything, you don't analyze, you don't judge, you don't label and define. You don't force to get something. You don't try to achieve something, but all you do is just being in a moment now, experiencing the moment as it is and everything in the moment without your mind controlling it, naming it, without forcing to get something, without blaming you, and like this. Just being. The mind is always blaming you for how you feel. Always blaming you according to the programs programmed in the mind and thinking that is you controlling you, and then wants to control everything and everyone, opposing, controlling, trying to change and destroy what they don't like. So that's why we do this to ourselves. We are not the mind, but in separation from ourselves. In the mind we do it to ourselves, and then we do it to others. My mission is that we to teach the natural law, that we realize that we are not the mind, that mind is always blaming us, opposing us, judging us for what we are, for who we feel, and always trying to change and oppose us, and and others, and control us, and always want to control the truth and want to get the truth. It's separation from ourselves, thinking it is us, searching for the truth for ourselves in separation from ourselves. But we realize we are not the mind, when we have always been ourselves as we feel what we felt we want to do, what we love. This is ourselves, and our mind can never reach enlightenment, be upgraded or controlled. The more we control it, more crazy it gets. We realize that the mind was always programmed separation from self, thinking it is us, by programs of this world, good and us, always blaming us for who we are. And we were always being as we feel. But we were thinking we are the mind, blaming ourselves for who we are, trying to change us, trying to control us, oppose us, blaming others, control others, blaming nature, going against ourselves, going against nature, going against others. And then we just realized we were always being as we feel. We were never the mind, and then we just can be as we feel, never mind controlling us and letting others be, and just be as we feel from the heart. And we are feeling, experiencing, being the truth that we are life, and we are using the mind only to do, express in this world what we are feeling and being, experiencing our being. Our mind doesn't control our being, but we are being, experiencing, feeling ourselves, our truth, and we use our mind to express and be ourselves and do ourselves. I give you my word, that's the natural law. And now I go. Because I don't know, if should I speak something more? Anyway, that's the natural law. And now I go. It's enough, no? And that's why I said this is very difficult, very difficult. This is very difficult task and very difficult. It's very problem, very problem. It is very big problem because the world in the mind, everybody want to be mind, everybody want to be against themselves, everybody want to know, everybody want to figure out, everybody want to win, everybody want to control others, control the truth, everyone want to be in the mind and go against themselves. And when you teach the natural law, not being in the mind gets crazy, and then mind attacking you with the programs that actually are the cause of all suffering in this world. Because we think because children have to be good, they have to be good, they are not being themselves, and then they're blaming themselves for who they are all their life and suffering in separation from self, doing what they don't love. Then they blame us, then they start drinking and doing drugs, and they hurt us, and then there comes suffering, fighting, conflict, and trauma, and that trauma is going in their relationships, and then they blame their wife, and they fight, and like this, and they need love from others because mind is separation from their self, and they fight and control each other. And because of that guilt, that programs, there is control, slavery, there is deception, lying, deceiving, because they're teaching you you have to be good. You have to be good even if you feel like shit and you hate it. You have to pretend that you love it, and then you're lying and deceiving, and people lying and deceiving each other, suffering from others, and then they end up, because they do it out of guilt to be good enough, they end up blaming others, blaming them, and then revenging them, resenting them. They start conflict, and there is suffering, slavery, control, drama, abuse, and all kind of things, because we are not being as we feel. We're going against ourselves, we're going against our nature, against God, against life, opposing our life, opposing Mother Nature, creating hell on earth. And that's why you have to realize we are not the mind, but we are actually. Mind wants to know the truth. We cannot know ourselves. How the fuck can I know ourselves? The knife cannot cut itself. The eye cannot see the eye that I am, but I see everything that I am with eye that I am, but I don't see my fucking third eye. Knife can cut bread, but I cannot cut the knife with the knife. I cannot bite my own tooth and bite with the tooth. So if you know yourself, are there two of you? Are you a schizophrenic in the separation from yourself in the mind, thinking it is you, or what the fuck you saying? To control you, to have you, to know you. No, you have to only realize that you are not the mind that knows. That separation from the truth, opposition to the truth, that has to control the truth and know the truth and cannot know the truth, and only opposes and controls the truth and never knows the truth, only get more question, more doubt, more force, more resistance. Because the truth can never be known. You can be only yourself. I can only see everything that I see. Knife can only cut. And truth can only be experienced, lived. Being the truth in your being, yourself as you feel, never mind thinking it is you. Knowing the truth, controlling the truth. And in being as you feel, like animals, you use your mind to express, do what you feel. Yourself, you are not servant of your mind. Mind is your servant. And you let others be as free as they feel and different. And as everybody being as free as they wish. Nobody's opposing anyone, controlling anyone. So there's no drama, there's no conflict, there's no nothing. There's heaven on earth. Like in nature, like birds live together, like cats live together. Heaven and earth, I give you my word. Namaste. That's all for today, my beautiful angels on earth. And you know what? I give you my word. And if anybody wishes, you want to offer a donation, want to offer a support, I love you so much. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I love you so much. I give you my word. Thank you. It's a word that I'm free for everyone. But you know what? I living on this. I give you my word, and God gives me what I need to live. I almost died, and I live, and miracles are happening. Whatever I receive, I'm so grateful. I love it, and there's never too much. There's never too little, and word that I'm free. But whoever receives, everything's energy has changed. So is here everything, something you can see that is valuable, it comes to you. That's how it goes. With giving, we receive. I'll give you my word. Namaste. Much love. And fuck that serious grandmothers and parents and all this. If you're being serious, if you don't like fucking shit, and if you don't like childlike crazy and nonsense, and if you don't like somebody going completely crazy, like like a monkeypox king, then you don't have no sense of humor. My word that I am not for you, because you would turn the comedy, fun, joy into tragedy, into hell, heaven into hell that is only in your mind. You will destroy childlike comedy and create heaven, as you have no sense of humor. And you destroy comedy, turn it in tragedy. You destroy heaven, you turn it in hell. Just all that is in serious mind. Your mind, you create it everywhere. No sense of humor is path to hell. Only crazy children, crazy completely. This is the club for crazy. You're welcome to my book, and otherwise you're also welcome, but shut the fuck up. If you don't like anything, If it doesn't feel right to you, shut the fuck up. Because this is the natural law. You're focusing on what you love, and others, what they do and express, if it doesn't feel right to you, first of all, the greatest chance is that you don't understand it. You understand something in your mind. They are expressing something, and you understand something in your mind, something that's hurting you, and you got triggered, and you see that. And second, they are not touching you. They are not doing anything to you. They are not pointing a finger at you. They are not trying to fight you. They are not violate you. They are expressing themselves in their own personal energy. And if we let them be, there's no control, no opposition, no judgment, no blame, no energy vampirism, no control of and consumption of others' energy. There's no suffering there, no guilt, no energy drained, no control, no guilt, no suffering for others, no control, no conflict, nothing. Heaven on earth. Have you being as you feel, letting me be as I feel, and we live in peace as cats live. If you do what doesn't feel right to you, I tell you stop. If you don't stop, I smack you, you go away, and does everything go right. No resentfulness, no judgment, no hate. I'm being myself, you being yourself. We are animals, we have to become animals again. Meow! Meow! Okay. Now, if you cannot love now, and shut the fuck up. You're not your mind.